Good. So don't even add your hips into it right now, okay? So all we want you doing is getting here, taking that step. So if you can see my foot over here, all I'm doing is getting into my stance, boom, that's my load. And like I said, some of you are gonna have the different load of coming in and putting the foot here. Some of you may do this. You're gonna have different variations that your coaches have taught you throughout the years. It's whatever you are comfortable with. But the key to this, and what you'll find out, is our load has to happen before we swing. Because if we're taking our load, all of my weight is gonna shift towards my front foot, which is not what we want, right? So I wanna see a couple more loads. Tessa, don't get out on that front foot. So when we're doing this, we don't wanna load this way, okay? See how my body moves load? That's not what we want. In our load, look at my top half because that's all you can see. Boom, I did my load. Boom. So we don't want to be seeing this. We just nice step. That's all it is. Step. So that all of my weight is still closer to my back half. Because think, as girls, all of our strength is in our legs and our hips, right? So we're like rubber bands. That's what I like to say. So you are pulling back that rubber band, getting it ready, and then we're going to talk about when you let go of the rubber band. But for load up, boom.
Okay. Your head shouldn't change height either. So even if I'm someone, if you start with like an inside out stance here, when you get ready for the pitch, even when you get ready to step in, you don't want to step up this way or step back. When you're getting ready to step into the pitch, everything should stay one level. Like I said, I'm a non-stepper, so my load, I'm still here. I'm not going up, I'm not going back, I'm still just moving as one motion.
Perfect. All right, next we're gonna go to my favorite part, the hips. So when we're talking about this, my hips and my legs are now going to work as one, okay? So I've already gotten here, I've loaded myself, the ball's coming, now it's time to swing. So when I come here, boom. See how this back hip, this is that rubber band, that back hip is driving through the ball, driving forward. I always like to say, I'm old school. I always talk about squashing the bug, but the key to squashing the bug is not killing the bug, just squashing it, okay? So if I'm rotating and I'm here and I'm killing the bug, boom. See how I'm over rotating and my knee is falling and I'm all over the place, okay? So what we wanna do is we're here, we load, boom. See how hard my hip is driving? So let me see some of that hip action. Step, good. Good job. Everybody looks good, good, good. Okay, just remember one key point, which I told you earlier that you're gonna have to remember. This front foot has to be down before you start moving your hip. So if you're trying to do all of this at once, all of your weight is gonna go forward and gonna take power away from your swing. So what you wanna do, boom, see how my front foot is done? Boom, all the way to the ball, okay? Let me see. Good, good. Awesome. Take a keep it up. All right, so go ahead and pause on that. Good job, good job. Like I said, sometimes it's frustrating to start from square one and work all the way back up, but you don't know how many times as a college player, I would have to break down my swing every day because I was doing one small thing wrong. But teaching yourself to do it the right way is so important because softball is a game of muscle memory. So if you do it the wrong way 100 times, It's gonna take 100 more times doing it the right way to fix it, right? Okay, so next, we've got our legs, we've got our hips. What's left? Our arms. Okay, so when you are getting in your stance, I'm actually gonna grab a bat for this just so that you can see a little bit better. When you're coming into your stance, we wanna line up our knocking knuckles. So if you're knocking on a door, doing something like that, to line up those knuckles. We don't wanna over-rotate. We're not swinging a club, right? Getting those knocking knuckles right here, right here. So that's the first step. Then when we come up, we want to put that knob, this is the knob of the bat, if anybody did not know. You put the knob of the bat, right? I always say knob to pit, or it can be anywhere in your shoulder region, okay? So we're gonna keep that knob to pit. Now, another thing that is important is our elbows when it comes to our arms in our stance. A little key I like to remember is we want to build a teepee for our family, right? So if Coach Cayla can point out my teepee so everyone can see. So see the triangle that I make with my arms. We want to make a teepee for our family, not the whole world, right? Right now we're being a little selfish, trying to keep everybody safe in our own little teepee. So we want to keep right here in this small triangle, okay? So now that we have our knocking knuckles and our teepee built, we get into our pin, okay? So all I'm going to do right now is step, boom, okay? Here's another important part. Notice when I'm coming through, my hands aren't coming here. My hands are coming, boom. See how I'm firing straight to the ball, right? So when I get here, another house reference, we should be building a house with our arms, right? Okay, so let me see a couple of you do that. Stop right where you would be making contact. Don't swing all the way through. Good.
Another way to check to see if your hands are in the right position, this is something I always liked when I learned how to hit. When you're hitting, so a lot of you probably have siblings, so think about your sibling when they make you mad, right? So if I'm here, if I were to drop my bat, when I go to swing, if I were to uppercut my brother, because he's annoying sometimes, I want a really strong base, right? I want to uppercut him from right here. If my hands get away from my body, I'm going to lose this fight against my brother. So you always want to be strong, close to your body, and think about uppercutting someone. Violence is not the answer, but with siblings, sometimes it is, and you just want to be right here.
Good, Elena, good job. And awesome, good job, Tessa. All right, so just remember, when we're adding that swing, watch my weight when I'm coming through. So if I'm back here, I'm right here, boom. See how if someone took a marker and drew a line on my picture, I would be completely level.
I can even set my bat right here.
And you can see.
Her, and I can even think like another one is all one straight line.
Okay, so I'm not coming through and coming here. My head is always between my legs when it comes to hitting. So see how I never change. Boom. Boom. No matter where the pitch is, boom. I am always keeping my head between my legs, keeping myself balanced, right? Good. Good job. Get those front foots down. Good. Awesome, awesome. Awesome job. Okay, so make sure you're keeping those hands high. So we don't want to come down here too far and get down into our body and get too close. We're gonna come right here, boom. And when I'm in this position, when I'm making contact, and this is gonna be something that's important for a drill later, so bing, 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 make sure you're paying attention. When I make contact, I'm palm up, palm down, okay? Because that's gonna help me force through the pitch and force the ball over the fence. Just kidding. But, all right, so who is ready to full swing? All right, so first we're just gonna take some regular swings off the
All right, so she's gonna go through it, take a couple swings. Woo! Watch her head and her hands the entire time.
Notice how my foot, I'm not over rotating. I'm not falling over because I am so off balance. I'm nice and balanced and strong through the swing.
When you finish your swing, someone should be able to walk up to you and try to push you, and you are strong within your core and your thighs so that you don't fall backwards. Good. Don't be tight with your arms. Remember to stay loose the entire time through.
Let me see a few more.
Make sure you guys incorporate your legs into it too. Don't leave your legs hanging.
Fire those hips. Coach Carly's favorite part. Make sure we're driving through the ball too. We don't want to fall back into it. We want to boom. So remember we talked about, I promise we're not violent, but man, have all these references. But you want to come here and you want to drive this backhand. That's something we're going to be working on week to week too. So make sure you come back because we're going to be working on driving that backhand. Okay, so now we're going to take all of the things that we learned and break them down just a little bit on a tee. So this is something that you can do before a game, when you're just chilling at home, every practice. This is something that I always did just to warm myself up. So what you're going to do, first round, so I call these my 15s because I'm going to do 5 of each, okay? So first, you're going to take the ball, put it on the tee. And all I want you to do is take your load, boom, straight to contact. After you check yourself, okay, I have palm up, palm down, I'm building my house, I'm not fully extended, okay, my hips have rotated, I'm squashing the bug, I'm not off balance, so come here, which case touch. We come here, get ourselves set. This isn't a race. We can take things at our own pace. We come here, step, boom, contact, okay, hands are where they be, good. Okay, and this is how you're gonna fix yourself. Does anybody have any questions about that? If you don't have a bat or a tee or anything, make sure you can still do this in the air too, which is awesome. Good. Molly, make sure you're not dropping your hands. Go straight to the ball.
Ellie, just get the contact. Don't finish your swing all the way.
Adrian, keep the head on that ball, girl. I saw you looking over it. You guys look awesome. Good job, Emily.
Good,
keep it up. Good.
Cayla, don't drop your arms to get to contact. Sorry. Drive straight there. Good.
Good. I like, okay. So when you do, go ahead and take a breather. Now what I want you to do is we're gonna take it one step further. So that's why I call these the 1, 2, 3s or my 15s, because I'm increasing every single time. So now we're gonna go from pausing here to pushing through our through contact. So you come up, line yourself up to your T. Remember with our T2, we don't want our T between our legs. We don't want it obviously behind us. We want that T right off our front foot, okay? Just to make sure that we're seeing the ball out in front. So we're gonna come here, step. Okay, so I came through. My ball went like this and didn't go straight to the tee. So therefore, I know that I rolled my hands and did not drive through the pitch, okay? See, the ball went straight through. My hands were where they needed to be. I fully extended and my weight is even, okay? I'm gonna take one more for you. Notice too how I'm taking time between each pitch. I'm treating it just like I would treat a real game. And I'm getting the signal from my coach, taking a deep breath, going through my routine, because you practice your routine every time you hit. So if you come up and you touch the corner of the plate and then get your stance, do that every time. Get your mindset for every pitch, okay? So I come here, I take a breath, go all the way through. Good. Looks awesome. Keep it up. I see a lot of balls going straight into the net, which is what I love to see. Good, good, good. Make sure when we're swinging too, we're not locking out that front knee, okay? We wanna stay nice and athletic. See how there's a little bit of a bend to my knee when I'm coming through, okay? I'm not popping my hips up. I'm keeping that power, boom, really driving through that back hip. Good, good, good. All right, so once you've taken your 5, just kind of take a break for a sec. Shake your arms out if you're a little tired. If it's been a while since you've hit, trust me. I've been a little sore this week. Now we get to do all of the fun things. So in this one, you're not going to be able to break your swing down as much, but it's all about the finish. So whenever you're finished, I want you to pause. I don't want you to be like, oh, okay, done, on to the next one. I want you to take 2 seconds. Go ahead, come up to your TT, like I said, take your breather, do your routine. Come here. Pause. Look at my hands. Look where my head is. Is it between my legs? Okay, check. I'm squashing the bug, but I'm not over rotating, and I'm not off balance. Okay, that was a good one. So go ahead and do that through every swing. Pause at the end. Good. See where your head is. See where your hands are. And like I said, these drills are not above or below anybody. These are things that I do as an adult before I have my private lessons to make sure that I'm staying up with myself. So don't think the stuff is silly, I promise. Good job, Elena. Okay, so a couple of you I'm seeing a little bit of hand movement before that front foot is down. So as long as I'm here, I need to get that front foot. This front foot is what tells my body it's go time, right? So if my hands, if I move my hands with my foot, I lose all of this power, okay? So make sure our hands stay right in that shoulder area. Boom, attack, okay? Keep your head on it. Good.
Remember to extend your hands all the way through. So when you're hitting, you don't want to just get to contact, right? Once I get here, I don't want to stop and just finish my swing. I want to act like there's like 5 more balls out in front of me. So I want to hit the one off the tee, and then the one out here and out here. You want to finish all the way through and get that extension, because that's how you send those balls a lot farther. If you just get to contact and roll over, those are the balls that are like good line drives that bounce right into the shortstop's glove.
All right, everybody go ahead and take a little bit of a breather. At this point, if you have a sweatshirt or something, or if you don't have pants on, or if you have sensitive knees, you might want to grab something to put under your knee, because one thing I also enjoy is breaking things down into halves. So like I said, we work on our bottom half, we work on our top half. Right now, we're gonna work on our top half, okay? So as you can see, Coach Cayla has gotten on one knee. You can either stay on both knees or extend one leg. I prefer to extend one leg. I think it keeps your shoulder in, stuff like that. First, we are going to work on our top hand, okay? So what you're going to do is you're going to choke up on your bat somewhere up here, whatever's comfortable for you. If it's a little too heavy, that's okay. See, everybody's getting a little padding for the knee. That's fine. So what we're going to do with this drill is we're going to work our top hand. The top hand is so important when it comes to hitting any pitch. It's so important because what starts our hands, when we're talking about our top half, this first elbow and this top hand are the first thing to start going, okay? So during this drill, I really want you to focus on, you're gonna come up, put both hands in your normal position, and then you're gonna drop that back hand, okay? I want you to take that back hand and put it right here on your front shoulder, okay? So you should look like this when you're starting. Good, good, Bridget, looks good, okay? So when you're here, this is gonna keep this front shoulder in to remind you that when you're swinging, you wanna stay right here, boom. I don't wanna go open, because if I go open, I'm gonna completely miss the ball and my head's way off the pitch. Gotta see the ball to hit the ball, right? So you're gonna stay here. You're gonna be on your knee. Fire that elbow to the ball and swing through. So you wanna go ahead and watch Coach Cayla. Good. See, she just dropped a little bit. She gotta stay stronger on the elbow. Okay? Good. So see how she's firing through the ball. All right, let me see some of you do that one.
Also, if you don't have a bat, like if you can't swing in your house right now, you can take a ball of socks, or you can just take like a softie and do the same thing with no bat. You just get your leg out here, you hold the ball as if it's your bat, and just throw your hands. Because if I were to throw it and my ball goes all the way over there, I'm pulling. So it's the same thing with the ball or a pair of socks. You just want to throw your arms straight out as if you're hitting.
Yeah, and that's also important. If you feel as if your bat's too heavy to do one hand, typically here at Top Gun, we have smaller bats that we use. So if you have like a little brother or something that has, or a sister that has a smaller bat, that's something you can also use. But if you don't, go ahead, like Coach Cayla said, grab a softball, just keep tossing it back and forth. Grab a pair of socks. If you have a stress ball, anything that is kind of the same as a softball, just toss it right in. I'm like coaching you on it. I'm like, good job. There's a few of those. If the bat is too heavy, what we don't want to see, because it defeats the purpose of the drill, if it's too heavy, like I said, just go ahead and throw a softball, because if you're coming here and then having to drop because the bat is so heavy, that's teaching your elbow to go down instead of to the ball, okay? So what you wanna do is be here, boom. If your elbow isn't strong enough to fight through that, then let's just use a softball, okay? Watch it.
Yeah, like my bat's really heavy and my arm feels weak, so.
Yes. Good job keeping that front shoulder in. Good job. Looking good, ladies. All right, so if everybody wants to take a pause, finish what you're doing. Good job. Now we're gonna go from the top hand to the ever so important back hand. This is my favorite hand because this is all the power through your swing, right? So when you're coming here, you're gonna stop, put this down, or you can put it here or across your stomach, just like this. Okay, so you'll come here, drop. Now I will tell you, this one's gonna be a little bit more challenging, okay? So you'll come here, boom. Boom. Okay, you're gonna have to be really strong with that back hand, okay? But the purpose of this one is that we're driving through and then I'm not taking my shoulder and coming down or coming on top of it. You wanna drive straight to the ball. So you should imagine if your bat is too heavy, take your fist, come here, boom, boom. I'm gonna have Coach Payton come up here for just 1 second because he's gonna stick his hand out. If you have a brother, sister, mom, dad, a wall, a dog, anything your heart desires, you're gonna come here. And Coach Payton is struggling with this drill too. One hand, Coach Payton. Okay, you're gonna shake the hand or the paw of whoever you're with. So you'll come here, drop that hand, boom. Go ahead and shake his hand. Boom. Shake his hand. So, and Coach Payton can try to trick me, and anywhere he puts his hand, I'll take my hand straight too. Right here, boom. He might give me something low. Boom, I'll take that back hand straight to it and drive through it. Okay, so go ahead and watch Coach Cayla as she demonstrates, and I want to see what you got.
These are my least favorite, so it's gonna go with me. Never liked them, but they're fantastic.
Okay, Adrian, make sure you're getting your hands right here, okay? We want to start in our stance still and drive that backhand to him, okay? Thanks, Dad, for all the help, by the way. See a couple of dads stepping up, loading the tee. Thank you. Okay, so you guys can see. Okay, like I said, if the bat's too heavy, don't be, the bat's way too heavy for me most of the time. So if you come here, you don't want to drop this hand because as soon as we drop this back hand, Coach Cayla's going to show you what happens when you drop that back hand. Yep. So when you drop it, boom, see how the ball pops up every single time because that's creating that angle for us to go up. I will say everybody loves to hit a home run, but dropping your shoulder isn't the best. Okay, it will get the ball over, but it's not going to be pretty, right? So we want to come here. Boom. See how I'm going straight to it from a side angle? I'm coming here. Watch how this backhand does not drop. I come here, boom, straight to the pitch. Boom. Boom. Okay, let me see a couple more of those. Hit him hard, hit him hard. All right, so now that we've done that, you can stand up on your feet, because to finish up, we are just going to put all of this together and really focus on, okay, am I driving that front shoulder? Am I driving through that back arm? Rotating my hips, squash into bug. We're gonna hit straight off a tee, okay? Watch Coach Cayla, she has been practicing. Boom. Driving all the way through. Good. Looks awesome, ladies. Keep it up, keep it up. Take a few more. Good job. All right, so go ahead and take your last one. Get ready to close things up. So today was our first class. You guys did amazing, which I'm so excited. Today was a really builder class. So all of the things that we talked about today are things that you should be doing to warm your bat up before a game. It might not take 45 minutes like we just did, but these are small little things. You can say, okay, boom. You can do your 1, 2, 3 drill, make the contact, go to the extension, all the way through. So things that you're checking yourself constantly for. Throughout the next classes, we're gonna be doing a lot more tee work, different drills, stuff like that, focusing on certain areas. But today was really just to build your skills and show you, okay, this is how we're gonna get into it. So next class on Monday, which all of you will be at, I hope. I want you, when you first log in, I want you to turn on your thing, turn on your camera, mute your mic, and start doing those one-arm drills from your knees. You do 10 from each arm on your knee, and then I want you to stand up and do 10 standing up, so that you're focusing on getting your top half ready first, and then warming up your bottom half to go with it, okay? I think Coach John wants to step in, say some stuff.
So, hey, everybody have a good time? Thumbs up, you enjoy it? Good workout? All right, good deal. So let's see, we got some sunny skies out there, and I know here in Maryland, it is raining cats and dogs outside right now. So raise your hand if you are in Maryland. All right, so I got about 1, 2, 3 that are not in Maryland, maybe. All right, so I'm gonna, let's see, Maddie, Elise, let's start with Elise. Where you at, Elise, where you at?
Seattle.
Seattle. Cool.
And
awesome.
that's funny because it's normally rainy there. That's what they want to say.
It's raining cats and dogs here. Maddie, where you at?
Yeah, now put your left hand on.
Maddie, you hear us?
Okay, that's what I was trying to tell you, okay?
Oh, it sounds windy there. Maddie, where you at? Which state are you in?
Oklahoma.
Oklahoma.
Very
That's the softball
cool.
city, baby.
Yeah.
Woo.
All right. Anybody else? Who else? Out of the state.
Boomer
Oh,
Silver.
Elena. I
What?
see sunshine behind Elena.
Oh, no, that's rain.
Oh,
Like, I'm pretty sure that's just the way the camera's set
okay.
up.
I thought I saw your hand go up. All right. Hey, again, so tomorrow, 3 o'clock, we have Fun Fitness Fridays. Coach Carly's going to be here with the guys, 3 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Join us. If you had a good time today, come back. Tell a friend. Tell 3 friends. Tell your team. We want the girls to have a much bigger class than the boys.
Listen, ladies, I'm just going to be honest. I have a bet going, and I need you all to help me win. So I'm very competitive. So I have told Peyton and Isaiah that we are going to have more girls than they'll ever dream about having boys. So all of you tell at least one friend. That's all I'm asking. If everybody invites one more friend, if you invite 5 more friends, I will do something crazy, I don't know. But you invite one friend. So everybody here right now is gonna have one more friend show up, okay? Can everybody give a deal for that?
We'll definitely see you guys on Monday, tea time again. Hopefully see you tomorrow, Friday. Also Saturday, 11 o'clock a.m. Eastern time. Hero, check out our pool and see what else we have to offer. Guys, thanks for coming. I'm going to unmute everybody so that we can, so everybody can say something. Let's see. All participants are unmuted. All right. Anybody? Questions? Anything?
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you.
That was a lot of fun. Thank you.
Awesome. Great. Hey, y'all have a great rest of your day.
Thank you. Bye. Bye.
Okay.
Should I log out now?
Yeah, leave me.
Where?
Top left. Red letters. The top left.
Maybe.